Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. To the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He finds an opening past the 40. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And it's complete to Chris Conley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So first and 10 now from the 30. They run with Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now it's Hunt. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. First down, Winston. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Winston now. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Winston. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
This is brought in at the 21. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now running right through it. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Fournette. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Jameis on second down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up first and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Winston on second and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 11. So after the INT, here's Mahomes going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Winston. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Leonard Fournette. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second down, Winston. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Here's Winston. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And, oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And Owen coughed it up. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. It's complete to Graham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Finding room inside the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Fournette on the counter. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Here we go now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 13 yards there at a Kansas City first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Hunt. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They run again with Ware. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A second down throw for Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Let's go now.
Jameis now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. The pitch to Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Winston. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Off the play fake, Winston. He'll buy some time right, and he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Not the trend he wanted to see. Start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Ready? Move it.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. We're back now in KC. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Winston now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Hunt, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be a 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dante Fowler in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And he fends him off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him for a loss of a couple. A handoff to Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun.